Hi everyone and welcome back to another card making video. Today I'm showcasing many products from the latest release by my favorite things, and I'm starting out with this adorable die that creates a piece of a birthday cake. This one is called Happy Cake Day, and it features not only the die to cut out the main cake, but also the letters happy as well as lots of confetti. I'm going to start by doing my die cutting, and I wanted to let you know that lately I'm using this magic mat. This is a self-healing mat by Scrapbook.com, and it is really a life changer. It is so helpful to do die cutting without warping your blades. I am using it here with my Sizzix Foldaway machine, and all you do is to just replace one of the cutting plates, the bottom one. And now back to the cake. If you like, you can color those white layers of the cake with your alcohol markers or whatever medium. You can even ink them up with your blending tools. I decided to die cut it more times so that I can use colored cardstock. Now, in order to put everything back together, I'm just going to use a scrap piece of paper. I am using my tape roller on top of it so that it has some adhesive, and this way I will be able to put everything back together. So I'm just going to place all those cutouts, following of course rainbow order. But you can definitely go monochromatic if you like. You can even have the outside made out of brown for having a chocolate cake, and maybe vanilla for the layers. You can even go ombre. So many different ways that you can play with all those die cuts. Now I'm using my scissors to just chop off any excess paper, and now I can work on the frosting. I am just adding some dots of glue, and I'm going to stick on top the confetti that I die cut. Now I did die cut the confetti out of purple cardstock since I am going for a rainbow colored cake. However, I didn't have a purple on my layers, so that's how my piece of cake looks at the moment. And now you can have some toppings from the same die set that gives you the letters happy. However, I decided to use a candle instead from the hip hip yay numbers. You can get them as a stamp. There are matching dies. I'm just going to use the matching dies to cut out the candle and the flame. I cut out the candle out of purple cardstock again to introduce some extra purple on my cake, and I also cut out the flame out of yellow. However, I cut it again one more time out of orange, and I made sure that with my scissors I trimmed it all around to make it smaller so that I can stick one on top of the other to get that lovely effect of two colors on my flame. And again with some glue I'm going to stick the candle on top of my cake. And my piece of cake is ready. It really makes a great focal point since it is quite big and it makes a statement on top of a card. You can pop it on top of a colored cardstock, you can pop it on top of pattern paper. I decided to ink up the background, so here I'm just using broken china and I'm going for an ombre look. And here is a reminder, if you do enjoy my videos, don't forget to always click the like button and also leave me a comment if you like. These are just a few ways to support the channel that you like. To give this panel an interesting look, I'm going to use this die that has double stitching all around. This is going to give my panel a more finished look. Now I'm going to stick on top my piece of cake, and I do have foam tape at the back. And then this panel goes on top of my card base that's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Now you can definitely stop here, pop your sentiment and you're good to go, or you can turn it into a cute birthday card just like I'm going to do now. So I'm going to do some stamping, and here I'm using a stamp press. This is by Studio Light and I get a lot of questions about it. It is available here in Europe. I don't know if it is available yet in the US. If it does, I am going to add some links down below. Now these are the magnets that come with the stamp press, but you can get them separately. I love that they come with those tabs because they are super easy to handle and really easy to separate them when one attaches to another. And I'm going to pick 3 images from this stamp set, and this one is called PURR-FECT Pairs. It comes with lots of cuts as well as fish balloons. I think it is adorable. Now I'm going to stamp the images using extreme black ink by my favorite things. This is alcohol marker friendly. And I repeated the process a couple of times to get a good impression. And now I'm going to use my alcohol markers to color everything. If you want me to make a review on this stamp press, let me know in the comments below. So here I'm just using a pale pink brush and I'm adding just a little bit of color on the cheeks and on the ears. I'm going to keep those cuts white. After all, on top of my card I already have a lot of color and I don't want it to turn looking too busy. So here I'm using a light grey marker and I'm adding some shadows only on one side. I'm not even going to blend it out. It is so pale that when it dries you won't be able to actually see it. Just a touch of shadow there. And I will die cut those 3 cuts using the matching dies. By the way, this magic mat comes in different sizes and it fits any die cutting machine. I will leave links down below where you can check it out. And now, as I always do, I'm going to play with my die cuts and try to decide where they are going to stay. And to tell you the truth, this is a process that may take forever, just changing position and try to decide what looks best, but in any case, that's where they ended up staying. I also popped a happy birthday sentiment that I stamped with black ink and die cut with one of my thin sentiment strip dies, and I will finish it off by adding a few pearls. So that was the card for today. Down below you can find links to everything I used. I hope that you had fun, that you got inspired. Thank you all so much for joining me today and I'll see you all next time.